one night sleep only for 3 hours. But they say that because of the MI mattress, no. You see, I sleep 3 hours also cannot, no problem. I'm very energetic, no problem. I say, no, it's not like that, you shouldn't do that. Because on the longer term, you will still have problem because it will catch up with you. Our body is not designed for you to sleep 3 hours a night. Correct? You're supposed to sleep 8 hours and you're supposed to sleep at night, no. Not because you use the mattress and you feel very energetic because your voltage has gone up and then you're producing more energy and therefore you say that, wow, now I got the so-called currency, now I have the energy, now I don't have to actually sleep so much. No, because you have to understand that it's a balance, right? If you over so-called abuse your body, it will catch up with you. So we have to have this understanding of natural healing. It's very important to understand the principles behind. Okay, so of course one of the things that we are faced with in Singapore especially is stress. Singaporeans have a lot of stress. Why? Because money. Everyone have to earn money, right? Already still got to earn money now. A lot of other societies are already back of working one now. Correct or not? Because they have plenty of nature to support them, right? No need to work. Okay? Anywhere you plug, you can eat already. And then household is so cheap everywhere, you can build your own house, right? But Singapore cannot, no. No money, you have problem living in Singapore. So that's why we are in a very high stress society. And the stress actually causes a lot of imbalance in our body. Alright? So that's really something that we have to manage. And sleep. More and more people are having poor sleep or not getting the sleep that they should be having. And our MLife sleep device, just now I talked about purified blood is one of the main functions. The other one is actually to regulate our autonomic nervous system. In other words, it's a nervous system of our body that we actually normally cannot control. For example, our breathing, our hormonal system, alright, our heartbeat, we can't control, right? Because it's automatic. So how do you control it? Electric potential therapy, it seems that from the research in Japan, they actually established that it can actually help by regulating our, balance our autonomic nervous system. Why is it upside down? A lot of people are not supposed to sleep, but they are not sleeping. Why? Right? The sleep cycle is upside down, for example. Right? The hormonal system is upside down. So you can't control. You think that by thinking that go and sleep, right? You can count things, but you still cannot sleep. Why? Because it's your autonomic nervous system already imbalance, already go upside down. So when you actually use the sleep device, it helps you to put it back in place, to balance it, to regulate it. Alright? So these two main functions which I think is very important that the electric potential therapy is helping us. Okay, so now we always say that MLife, in MLife we are talking about is a form of natural healing, alright? It's a naturopathic intervention without injection, drugs, or side effect. Just now we already said that no side effect. Okay? So now what you see here is a weed, right? A weed in the garden. If you all have weed in the garden, what do? You want to remove the weed, right? But you have the experience every time when you remove the weed, what happens? It grows back. No matter how you remove, you grow back, right? So if you understand, you want to remove the weed, you should target what? At the root, right? You should remove the root. So our body, when we are sick, the same thing. When we are sick, just like we have weed, right? Whether we have headache, insomnia, constipation, whatever it is. Normally, what do you do when you are sick? You go and see doctor, right? Doctor will give you a pill, correct? When you have headache, they give you a headache pill. You got insomnia, they give you a sleeping pill. When you have constipation, they give you a constipation pill. Correct? But what happens after you take it? Oh, you got temporary relief, but after a while, it comes back. Because it's addressing the symptom, not the cause. Cause is important or symptom is important. You can say that, okay, symptom is, make me a lot of suffering. Yeah, relief symptom is important. But long term, we should be looking at what? The cause, right? Because you want to resolve the issue once and for all, then you should be applying your effort in finding out what's the cause, in targeting the cause, in applying whatever resources you have to remove the cause of that disease. Isn't it true? Yeah, but are we doing that? Most people are not doing that, right? Most people say, okay, I'm so busy, as long as something can help me to relieve this headache, okay, there you go, I'll go again. But actually you are putting more and more. Do you know that most of the drugs, right, in fact all the drugs are basically toxic? You all agree or not? You heard about it? Like chemo drugs, all this is very, very poisonous, right? So you are putting poison in your body. Just earlier on, we all said that, in fact, Dr. Jerry Tennant says that in order for us to make new cells, you need to have enough electric potential. Number one, right? Number two, the building material. That's why eating is very important. What we put in our mouth is very important. Number three, you need to be free from toxin. But do we have toxin in our body? Plenty of toxin actually. Because all the time we are exposed to toxin. Just like your kitchen, right? Every time got rubbish, right? Every day you got throw rubbish. No end one. No matter how you throw, still got rubbish, right? Because it's everywhere is full of rubbish, right? Similarly, when you eat things in your body, right? A lot of rubbish, a lot of toxin. That's why you have to eliminate, go to the toilet and all this, right? Urinate, whatever. This is eliminating, in a sense, also toxin. When you perspire, also eliminating toxin, right? So we are eliminating toxin all the time. But the thing is that we are also having more toxin going into our body than we are able to eliminate. So it's like, which one is more, right? So unless you can win the game, you can eliminate more than it comes in, then you will find that you're getting more and more healthy. Otherwise, you think that, oh, I'm doing this already, I'm already sleeping on my life mattress already, I should be okay. Is that the only thing you do? You should also look at what else are you doing in your life. What other toxins are coming to your body? What other, what kind of food are you eating? Is it helping you to build up your cells, or is it actually junk food that actually, putting in more toxin into your body? So all these are very important issues, right? So when you actually look at the cause, then you will want to eliminate the root cause or what causes the disease. Just now I already mentioned, right? Most people, they actually go for a blood test. And in fact, if the blood is good quality, you find that you say very happy because then I'm certified, very healthy, right? So in fact, using blood as a guide, you can say that the blood is like the root cause. So if the blood is clean, then you will be free of disease, degenerative disease. So it's a good gauge, okay? So that's why blood test is actually quite a good gauge, because from your blood test you can tell, okay? So if your blood is dirty, then you usually have a lot of problem, okay? So in fact, we are also doing microcirculation, something that is different from blood test, but it's something very interesting. If you all have not done microcirculation, you should get the session done for you. Okay. Okay. So I want to show you. This is how the schematic. Okay, how the M-Life sleep device, how it basically looks like. So this is just what we call the base. Okay, this is like the mattress. You have the base. So the base is actually grounded, grounded, and it doesn't have the negative potential. So in ours, you shouldn't be sleeping on the underside. Do you know that the people who flip the mattress and sleep on the opposite side? You think it work or not? You want the electrons, right? But actually, there's no electrons if you sleep on the underside. So make sure that you're sleeping on the right side up, right? So the right side up, the top layer, which is the carbon fiber, there's one carbon fiber layer, there are many layers, right? So that is actually where the negative potential is being connected, all right? So that's the level, that's the layer that is supplying you, emitting the electrons that's surrounding the whole body with electrons when you're sleeping. So when you're sleeping on this device, basically you're covered with a cloud of electrons, which is in a sense charging you lah. So how do you charge? You can't use a handphone charger, right? I use the electric potential therapy sleep device. When you sleep on it, those who have actually tried it, you sleep on it, you don't feel anything, man. You just sleep normal. Okay, you don't feel anything even though you say, wow, the electrons not covering me well, so I don't feel all the electrons. You normally won't feel it. Unless you are a Qigong master, there are some people who can actually feel the Qi. It's like Qi, it's alive, you can feel it. If you are sensitive, some people can feel it, but most people won't be able to feel it. They just say, oh, nothing. So they just sleep. Very fantastic, deep sleep. So now, so this is actually, here he says that we use high-tech carbon fiber technology. Now, carbon fiber technology is something that is very high-tech, very safe, and very lasting. Okay. In fact, I've seen a lot of different brands, different technology. So far I find that M-Life is the only one who's using this carbon fiber, which is fantastic. Okay, and then so here it says that it depends on the voltage you should have 80% of negative potential, and we also should have some positive and it's not totally negative. Alright? Positive meaning to say that stress we should have some stress. You want to work, you still have to have stress. If you don't have stress, you are completely relaxed all the time, then it's like, it's also one extreme. Okay? So okay. And over time, I find that a lot of people, they are very concerned because they heard a lot about the electric device, whether got this EMF or not, Yeah, we know about it. So that's why M-Life actually take a proactive approach. We actually do a lot of tests. We send our mattress to a lot of tests, and you can see that there's hardly any EMF, meaning to say the back dirty so-called pollution, the way called the all these waves that going around, Wi-Fi, all this is actually very bad, right? But our M-Life mattress is actually very safe. You can see from this that this is a controller, right? The controller, and this is the wire, the cable goes to this mattress. And on the mattress itself, if you test, most testing requires you to test at 1 feet, alright? 1 feet away from the device itself. But we actually testing exactly on the surface. In ours, we make it very stringent, our test, and yet our reading is so low. It's all like 1 or 0 point something. Whereas they are looking at 833 milligauss, right? We are talking about even less than 1 or just about 1, okay? So it's very, very low. Even at the controller, it's only 1 point something. So that's the reason why it's negligible. It's very safe. So our sleep device is very safe. Don't worry about people ask you, so got EMF or not, got this and that. You say no worries. All right, it's very safe. In fact, the moment you walk into your house, you are bombarded by EMF from all over the sources in the house, your TV, your Wi-Fi, your electrical devices in the kitchen, And some people, worse still, is in the bedroom. Every time I go and visit members, right? I send them the sleep device, for them to test out, for example. I always look at the bedroom. It's very interesting. Some people, their bedroom is like hotel, They have the TV, they have the Wi-Fi, they have their sound system, They have refrigerators or more. All these are actually very bad for sleep, correct? So your sleeping room should be clear of all the electrical devices, right? For me, even the lamp I also remove overhead, the ceiling lamp, no ceiling lamp also. So you really have to take care of your environment. The sleeping environment is very, very important, okay? So very safe, no worries, okay? So what we say about electric potential therapy over here, which I think this is a very good slide. I just want to go over it quickly. EPT restores cell balance and increases the ability of cells to assimilate nutrients and increases cell metabolism function. Promote body's innate ability to purify blood, therefore restoring blood pH to mild alkaline level instead of being more acidic. So the pH of body should be about 7.35 to 7.45. Very good, right? And not only that, just now I talked about purified blood is one of them, right? So what is the second? Second one is EPT can adjust the body's autonomic nervous system, balances the sympathetic and the parasympathetic system, thereby improve the sleep quality, allowing the body to regain its own natural healing power. So you can see over here, the body, we have positive charge and negative charge, right? So when you do EPT, you are standing on all the electrons, all the negative charge. So that's exactly what we do when we are sleeping, right? We are surrounding ourselves with all the negative charge, okay? And when you look at our blood, right? Unhealthy blood and healthy blood. Healthy blood meaning to say that after the electric potential, right? The blood, if you look at the blood, they are actually far apart, meaning to say that you can flow more easily, not clustered together, blood that is very acidic, they are very brackish, very thick, clustered together. This is called large cluster, whereas these are all very small cluster. Why? Because when they are negative charge, negative and negative actually repel each other. So that's why we actually maintain a distance. We say maintain a safe distance. Okay, so this is more or less a visual to let you have a pictorial understanding of how is it that through electric potential you can actually clean your blood. Okay, so that it can flow better, you have more oxygen. Okay, yeah. So besides electric potential therapy, our M-Life sleep device also have a thermal therapy mode, which is using far infrared, FIR. FIR stands for far infrared, right? It operates by the concept of resonance. So far infrared has a wavelength of 5.6 to 15 micron, that means micrometer, and our body's natural frequency is 9.6 micron. Okay, so it's actually within that range. So it's actually very beneficial for us to use far infrared. You heard about far infrared that have a lot of healing properties. Okay, it can also help us to promote circulation, blood circulation, as well as unblock meridians and acupoints. And it works by what you call Brownian motion, or like resonance. Okay, so it produces heat energies that supply the body with warmth. Having warmth is very important, internal body temperature. In fact, a lot of people, when they started to use the M-Life sleep device, they say, oh, very warm, man. I say, then don't use the heat, turn off the heat. So I didn't turn on the heat, but it's still warm. Yeah, even electric potential therapy, sometimes you can feel warm. Why? Because when the voltage goes up, it's doing more work for you, it's producing more energy, so you're feeling the internal heat. Internal heat is important, you know. We need to have internal heat. If you don't have internal heat, that means you're feeling cold and all this, cold hands and feet and all this. I used to have cold hands and feet. Even though I was doing a lot of supplement, I used to have cold hands and feet. I don't know how come. What can I do to get rid of my cold hands and feet? Because last time I used to be, in another company, and every time I shake hands with people, I'm very embarrassed because my hand is so cold. Like icy cold like that, especially after you stay in a long period of time in the aircon room, wow, it becomes very cold. Right? But after using the sleep device, for about probably after 1-2 years, I also don't know when it started. Then I realized that actually I no longer have cold hands and feet. And also a lot of the customers I have who've been using, they also say the same thing, Initially they complain, wow, my mattress very hot. I said, don't use derma. But I use EPT also hot. I said, never mind, you use. It's okay one, it's just helping you to increase your body temperature, because you heard about increasing body temperature is good for you. Have you heard about it? Especially Japanese, they measure body temperature. Because when body temperature increase means what? Immune system increase there. Which is good, right? So after using the electric potential therapy, you find that you are actually increasing your internal body temperature, which is really good. Okay, so that is something, a plus point. Your health will be better. Okay. Now the third so-called feature we have is actually this sound therapy, or we call it the sonic frequency. Okay, and here I want to say that this is what I found from Dr. Jerry Tennant's book. He says that you will need to detox to get rid of the toxin that destroys cells as fast as you make them, and emotions that block meridians. Wow, emotions block meridians. Okay, so this is something that a lot of people don't really understand, right? The importance of having the good emotions, right? High frequency, high vibration. That's very important to maintaining good health. Okay, so using frequency, these are Sophigo frequencies 396, 417, and 528, which our company very wisely chosen these frequencies to work with our M-Life DZ in complement with it when we are sleeping. So this is very convenient, right? Very convenient, because when you press a button with one controller, you can actually have all three modes of healing. You have electric potential therapy, you have thermal therapy, and you have this frequency therapy. And these are the frequencies that actually help to eliminate fear, remove negativity, and repair DNA. Alright? In fact, 528 Hz is also called the frequency of love. Love is actually one of the highest frequency we have that actually is help us to heal. Okay? And it purifies our mind. So we call this regenerative sleep. Okay? Now, when you actually use the M-Life device, sooner or later you will come into this what I call healing reaction, or what sometimes we call it improving reactions. So there's this person called Herring. Herring actually he came up with a law of healing. Okay, very famous actually amongst the natural healers. Okay, so as I said, M-Life is a device that actually help us to activate our body's self-innate power to heal itself. We say that our body is the best doctor actually, right? So when you actually given the right environment, alright, M-Life mattress basically give us the right environment, isn't it? Okay, provide us the enough electrons, oxygenate our cells, our blood. So having clean blood is very important. It's in fact an internal, external environment and remove toxin. Just now we talked about removing toxin, right? In fact, far infrared is one of the way to help us to eliminate toxin. Last time when we haven't had the spa yet, I used to use the M-Line mattress to do what I call sauna. In ours, every morning when I wake up, I turn on the heat, upper body heat, lower body heat, turn on all the way up. So it's 50 degrees C, not very hot, but you cover yourself with your platinum cube or your blanket. I tell you, after 1 hour, you really perspire, and the toxin all come out. So that's one way to eliminate toxin. Now with the spa, then only like every morning I use the spa, 15 minutes enough already. So no need to spend so much time, which is wonderful, right? Spa is something that is one of my favorite. If next Wednesday you all come to the talk, I'll talk about the spa. Okay. So this is Herring's law. It says it is actually here it says that how it comes about is regarded by homeopathy as universally applicable law. It's named after this American homeopath, Dr. Constantine Herring, from 1800 to 80. It was he who proposed this treatment that really works. Okay, so these are the tenets, so-called the law. By bringing back or revisiting old symptoms, by stimulating the healing power of the organism, by moving sites of disease from inside to outside, by moving sites of disease from more vital to less vital area, and from top downwards. And as a result, during the cure, eruptions on skin or old discharge are likely to occur. So it's very important to understand this, because a lot of the users after using it say, "Oh, how come I used already, I got here pain, there pain, here numb, there got problem, some people got fainting sensation, all this." Then I ask you, do you have any issue last time? You say, yeah, last time I had this problem, I got injured, and I forgotten about it, now it comes pain again. That's called revisiting your old injuries, you come back again. So not to worry, if you have all these issues, it's actually good, meaning to say that, wow, it's really working, right? Because we work according to natural laws, it's a natural healing, right? So it's natural healing, then it will work according to natural laws, which is the law of our body. That's how our body operates. You want to get well, you have to go through all the different stages of healing, right? So this is more on summary. Just now we talked about the healing occurs when top down, within, out, and then reverse order, so on and so forth. So this is very important, because I realized that a lot of people don't understand what it means by from the top down. Top down meaning to say it starts from the head, from the brain and emotion. That heal first, then healing descends downwards. Now this is something that is very interesting, because a lot of people, they use the mattress, they just say, okay, use lor. Don't know work or not, how do I know? Okay, but healing starts from the brain, from the emotion, from the head, meaning to say that, do you believe it work or not? Do you believe it work or not in the first place? Because we notice, not only me, I have also some of my introducer in Malaysia, Madam Wong last time, she tell me, Henry, do you know, if the person believes in what they are using, I notice that the result is very much better. I say, wow, really? That's interesting, right? So what does it mean? It means to say that if you believe in what you are doing, believe in the M-Line mattress, believe that your body can heal itself, when you use it, wow, the healing is much better, because healing starts from your head. What you believe, what you are thinking. Thoughts are things. Have you heard about it? Whatever you think, if you are negative, then you find that no matter how you see, you are not always got problem. You don't seem to heal. Why people heal so fast? Why there are so many fantastic testimony? Why I don't have? No, got something or not? You all say, why these people? What they do? They also use mattress. I also use mattress. Why their results so different? How come my results so poor? I say, you think long. Start from the head, think first. Do you believe in it? Do you have the understanding? So this is very important. So healing starts from the top and emotions, and that's why I'm very happy with the frequency healing, the Ensonic, right? Because frequency, it helps to manage your emotions, which is fantastic. A lot of people having emotional issue. Agree, Nowadays, a lot of people I see, they're very angry. For nothing they get angry. They're very fearful. A lot of all these things, which is really bad for our health. Okay. So, and vital internal organs heal first. then skin heals last. So from in to out. Body prioritizes. The body is intelligent, so you know how to prioritize. The most important systems, because you have to take care of the heart, very important, right? So you take care of the important system first because the body is intelligent. They say that, okay, skin not so important lah, so never mind, if got rashes lah, pain lah, you would die one, you see. So you know how to prioritize, okay? So least important to heal is will be the last one. So sometimes you not say, come with a problem, say, look, I buy the mattress, I invest this money because I have this problem, I want it to be cured. But somehow it doesn't happen. But other things happen, you know, sometimes you may not even notice it. Because it's not for you to say, the body is intelligent, you will override what you think. So just use it, just believe that your body is intelligent. If you use the right thing, clean up an environment, and what else is better than the M-Life sleep device? Because when you sleep on it, every night you actually do your healing, your therapy is actually doing a lot of things for you, right? Increase, you charge your voltage, gives you more oxygen, okay? If you want, you can do your thermal, improve your circulation, and then listen to the music, to the frequency, and sonic frequency, helps to manage your emotions. So it's a fantastic tool that is the fastest and the easiest to use. Of course, there are a lot of other therapy that we should be looking at and then really looking after our whatever we eat and things like that. Okay, so one more thing: most recent health issues clear up first. Longer standing issues are the last to heal. Okay. Now another thing is that just want to emphasize here, because I do mention a lot about the environment. So in fact, this Dr. Bruce Lipton, he actually talked about your perception. Again, perception means to say how you think, how you believe, right? Very important. He emphasizes again. Can influence your brain chemistry, which affects the environment. So the environment where your cells reside and control their fate. So in other words, by changing the environment, which our M-Life sleep device is actually changing the environment, right? Changing the quality of blood and things like that. So it's very important. So now more and more scientists and professors and doctors, they come up to tell us about, you know, natural healing, you know, how important it is. Okay, so okay. Now, this is about the last one or two slides already. You see on the left here, what is this? This is a canal, right? What type of canal? A dirty canal. Longkang, you look at longkang, right? Very dirty. Imagine our blood like that, very dirty, right? And then we go and do testing, right? A lot of people like to test, whether high blood pressure or whatever, they always measure this, measure that, a lot of different kind of instruments, right? So when you measure it, okay, so what happens? Say, wow, very high blood pressure, you know. But when you start to use our M-Life device, what happens? You start to clean up, right? So when you start to clean up, what happens? If you notice that a canal that is dirty, but if it's not disturbed, the water there may not be so dirty, not so cloudy. But the moment you try to clean up, what happens? All the dirt goes into the water, right? So the water becomes very murky, you know, very bad. So sometimes when a person uses our sleep device, right, and they keep on monitoring, you know, wow, they have all kinds of device to monitor this, monitor that. They say, wow, the reading becomes higher, this and that, and they frighten themselves. How come my blood becomes so high, my pressure becomes so high, and things like that? But actually, they're feeling okay, you know. It's just the reading frightened them, you know. Because the reading is measuring what? Measuring the cleaning process. It's cleaning up dirty things from the wall, right? From the wall or the vessel or whatever it is. So when you measure, you say, wow, how come so high? You frighten yourself. But actually, it's part of the healing process. It's clearing up all the dirt. Agree or not? So these are something you have to be aware of, okay? Not to be frightened. Important thing is natural healing is that you actually if you feel good, if you kind of like, you know, more aware of yourself, your body, you know that you are okay. You are doing okay. Even though the reading shows that, you know, traditionally they say, wow, you shouldn't exceed this and that. Actually, if you are experiencing it, you shouldn't be worried. Okay? Well, so just like this, your blood. Okay, so when all this cholesterol deposit goes into the blood, of course you measure will be higher, but actually it's not. Is it cleaner later on, or just because of this it becomes higher? It's changing all the time, it's dynamic, it's changing all the time, right? So now this is something that is very interesting. I saw this and I wanted to show you. Yeah, what you eat. What you put inside your mouth is very important because it means to say that your environment, you're polluting yourself, you're putting toxin into your body, then it will affect you. No matter how even you use all kinds of good things, but if more toxin go in than come out, it will still affect you. So very important. And yeah, so Life actually we also understand this, so that's why we have the CAP program and things like that, right? So after cleaning up, right, your blood is just like cleaning up the river, right? After cleaning, eventually you find that we all have very nice so-called blood, our body become very clean and become healthy again. Okay, so I'll end this. I think this is the last slide. I'll end this over here. Okay, so hopefully, yeah, thank you. Oh, okay, yes.
Can I ask a question?
Do we have time? Wow.
Our this EPT we have minus 300, minus 600, and minus 1000.
Yes.
What is the difference and
okay.
Yeah,
very good question. You haven't used it or you're using it already?
I'm using it, but it's always at 1000, minus 1000.
You always use minus 1000?
Yeah.
Wow. How long you use already?
Over 2 months.
Over 2 months, and you start with minus 1000.
Yeah.
Commando. Fantastic. How do you find it?
Well, the best thing is that when I, normally when I attend Sunday church service.
Yeah.
Nah, my voice is loud enough.
Loud enough. Okay, good.
When I attend Sunday church service, when the pastor speaks, after 10 minutes, I'm like sleepy.
Oh yeah.
But after using this, I can concentrate.
Oh.
Like right now, I can concentrate on what you talk about.
Otherwise,
Otherwise, after
okay.
20 minutes, I will sleep already.
Wow, good testimony, right? What does he say? He says that after using the sleep device and he's using minus 1000, now it's commando, no? Just first, just purchase only, right? He straight away use highest level.
Yeah.
Just 2 months only, right?
March 30th.
Yeah, March, end of March purchase. And we find that he has so much energy that he used to, doze off, in the church or attending lectures or whatever. Now he doesn't. That means what? That means his energy has increased. Energy increase means what? Means to say oxygen level has increased. Means what? The voltage has increased. Isn't it true? In just a short 2 months, it has helped him, So this is a fantastic testimony, don't you think so? What else you want? You want to what fantastic, what kind of incurable disease become okay? No need. The fact is that if small little things work, you do it long period of time, slowly, everything will start to work. It takes time, But important thing is that, does it work?
That's the question.
Sure. You already, yourself already show that it works.
You have to find out the difference, minus 300, minus 600, and whether each of them have a different purpose.
Yes, there is. Because every voltage has a frequency, right? It's a wave, It's a wave, it's the amplitude, you see. You're talking about the voltage is actually the amplitude. The energy level, the higher the voltage means to say it's able to potentially supply you more energy. That's why you use 1000, wow, you really go for commando, really a lot. But some people cannot take it. If your body constitution, some people, you give them too much, just like run you don't run, right? You don't exercise, you don't run. Straight away ask you to run a marathon, you think a good thing or bad thing? Not necessarily good thing. You can actually peng san, you just cannot take it. So you need to build up your body, build up your muscle, build up your ability to handle. Because this is also, in a sense, it stresses yourself, right? So when you have to heal, you also have to stresses yourself. So you're putting in more stress, more energy. So whether you can actually handle that level. So usually what we do is that we ask people to start from minus 300, then minus 600, then minus 1000. Slowly build it up, right?